Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. And tonight, it'll be the New York Knicks going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And taking a broader look here at the year-over-year scoring trend for Jordan Clarkson.
And you can never fully predict these long-term trends, but it's apparent that the production has been on the decline here a bit. That doesn't mean it will stay that way. And look, so many ways he can impact the team as well. Not always just about the scoring.
Look at the 76ers starting group. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Oubre out there with Paul George. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for New York, we've got Bridges. Josh Hart out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And although it's still early in the season, Greg, what kinds of storylines have caught your attention so far?
How the All-Star voting is shaping up. All-Star appearances are mentioned on a player's resume, especially when they retire. So these guys want to be one as many times as possible.
New York moving it around. Brunson, good.
When your mechanics are as strong as Brunson's, there's nothing to think about. Just shoot the ball.
And now, Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if Coach's message resonates. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you so much. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Maxey passes to Oubre. Over in the corner, Edgecombe. Another miss by Philadelphia.
Trying to match three, sometimes you get too amped up, and it affects your ability to knock down the shot.
For 3, Bridges. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson. Bridges got 6 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
So, Clark, thinking back to the playoffs last year, coming to this building in New York, those crowds were loud. Wow.
They were, Kevin, they were loud, they were engaged. The Mecca felt like it did back in the 90s. I mean, it's always fun when this place in Manhattan is rocking. There's no place quite like it.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. So, Clark, let me ask you, what makes Karl Anthony Towns stand out as a perimeter big man?
Well, I think first and foremost, his shooting ability for a big guy is unique. I mean, he can shoot it with the best of three-point shooters and from deep. Not many big guys can do that. He can put it on the floor. He's an excellent free throw shooter. He can shoot shots off the dribble as a big guy. And he can go old school and play bully ball. So, I mean, you factor in that combination of toolkit, that's pretty impressive for a guy that's almost 7 feet tall.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
Woo, man, this thing was turning into a soccer game. A lot of action and not many points.
Towns, and again, it's New York.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss. The way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
Pass to Oubre. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That is his first foul of the game. Mitchell Robinson's checked in for OG Anunoby. And the 76ers also making a change. Grimes is checked in. To the paint. Here's Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
Oubre so quick off the floor.
That'll be a 5-second call. And let's take this chance to check out the NBA steal leaders. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. In the 3rd spot, Tyrese Maxey. 4th, Mikal Bridges.
When you've got those two guys out there, both with such quick hands, one hiccup by a ball handler, and they're off to the races.
And that one's good, Maxey.
recognized that space given, and Maxey pulled up in the mid-range for the bucket.
Towns with it. Maxey covering, and Towns gets it to go.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
To the middle. Shakes him, and it's George finishing it off.
Look, in deference to his age, he's not going to throw it down like he used to, but PG can still rock that rim.
Unable to get the... On bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation. Clarkson, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the 76ers also making a change. Barlow's checked in. Buries it down low.
Great pass by Maxey there. This guy really clever at finding ways to get his teammates involved.
The Knicks leading by 5. Outside Robinson. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Shot by Grimes. No good. And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the Knicks. And this is the first season matchup for them against this 76ers team.
And two teams at vastly different ends of the standings last year, but they played each other to a draw.
And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Maxey. Maxey's got 3 assists tonight. New York's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. A slam dunk by Robinson.
Throwing it down hard. Robinson was fully committed on that one.
The 76ers trail by 7. Maxey on the wing. Brunson covering. Out of bounds. New York takes possession. Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Miles McBride comes in for Jalen Brunson. Philadelphia also making some changes. Paul George comes in for Kelly Oubre. And Jared McCain subbed in for Maxey. Here's McBride. 11 points last game. Here's Grimes, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Barlow. 76ers moving the ball around. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
High-octane action for sure. Crowd pleasing already.
It's good. Robinson's got 8 points. New York comes into this one following a loss to the Atlanta Hawks. George looking over the floor. Pass to Barlow. Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the Knicks. He notched 8 points in the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
How about the ball movement so far? I mean, the unselfishness, everyone here just playing for one another, and that can be infectious.
You know, I also like the fact they've been really aggressive in attacking from behind the arc. They can do a lot of damage from there tonight.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, they've got Paul George. Jared McCain is out there with Quentin Grimes. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Barlow in a power forward position. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
There's been a drop-off in the rebounding numbers. He seems to be getting out-muscled on the glass in a way we didn't see earlier in the season. His last 10 games, the totals have taken a huge hit.
Anunoby, he's checked in for the Knicks. Edgecombe, he's checked in for the 76ers. Pass to George. Makes it off the glass. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
One of the things that separates George from other wings is willingness to go inside and do work, to play near the goal.
And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And some young promise in the backcourt for Philadelphia.
Already an all-star. Jared McCain looks to continue his promising start. And Quentin Grimes, a revelation last season. And let's not forget, number 3 pick, B.J. Edgecombe. They are loaded at guard.
Bridges for 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
It's good. Grimes has got his second bucket of the night.
Got the better of the defense that time. Easy trip to the rim.
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Up top, McBride. On the wing, Bridges. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
5, that's right. I did not stutter. 5 threes this half. The D can't contain this guy right now.
George with no one around. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Yeah, nice vision that time displayed by George off the screen and roll.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. The Knicks making a switch here. Towns is checked in. This gives us the chance to view the best three-point shooting teams this season. The real stats, the real scores from the real NBA. The Knicks 4th.
No doubt, they have snipers on that roster, that's for sure. It's been a terrific year for them from beyond the arc.
McBride passes to Towns. Bridges for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists now in this one. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered and the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you. The Sixers are trying to pull it all together. Joel Embiid said, we still can compete for a championship, but this is going to take time. We have a lot of talent, but we still have to go out and actually do it. It's just hard. We've got a pretty good chance to accomplish something. Back to you, Kevin.
It's all about health. All right, Allie, we thank you very much. That'll be a 5-second call. And now, a look at the upcoming schedule for the 76ers. On Monday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Wednesday, they'll host the Washington Wizards.
And if I'm this team, I'm looking at this as a barometer to see how we stack up against some of the top teams in the league. They'll have to be at their best. But if they come out of this with some success, I think it'll build momentum for the rest of the run.
Maxey's checked in for the 76ers. Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Boy, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
McBride with the ball. Still without a basket. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
And they are in the top 10 in team scoring. Really good offensive execution. This is a tricky team to defend.
And going back to the rebounding, what a season they're having on the glass. They enjoy the physical aspect of the game, no doubt. And Greg, it really suits their size and their style. Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Ersan Yabusele, he's checked in for Mitchell Robinson. Andrew Shamet comes in for Bridges. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Miles McBride.
You can see how Maxey has developed as a facilitator. This coaching staff has a lot of trust in him.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, they get called for the 5-second violation.
Yeah, a bit surprising to see them leading at this point, given the number of turnovers they've already committed.
Robinson's checked in for Yabusele. And it's the 76ers with the ball. 4-point game. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Maxey taking up that airspace, doing a nice job just bouncing off the floor there.
That'll be a 5-second call.
And a moment to see numbers for Towns. Averaging about 22 points per, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
And New York making a change here. Clarkson's checked in. He gets that one.
No hesitation there from Maxey. Confident in that jump. as he should be.
1:25 left now here in the second. Anunoby finds Brunson. Shamet trains the three-pointer.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. They trail by 3. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Grimes has got 7 points in the game.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Brunson. Brunson carving out space inside.
Tough as they come. Sometimes it looks like Brunson prefers finishing through contact.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. And count it from 19 feet away. He's got 8.
He relishes his role in this offense, and he's a natural leader, too.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds that time. A different look for New York. Josh Hart, he's checked in for Landry Shamet. And Mikal Bridges subbed in for Clarkson. Kelly Oubre's checked in for Philadelphia. George comes in for Quentin Grimes. There's 42 seconds left in the first half of basketball. No one near Edgecombe as he lets it fly. And trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. And Anunoby slams it in.
Anunoby using his athleticism to force that one down.
46-44. The 76ers trail. Oubre kicks to Maxey for the 3. And it's George missing. And the Knicks with possession. They've led by as many as 11 points. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Pass to Embiid. Towns with the defensive effort.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
Mikal Bridges has been the guy making things happen for the Knicks. And of everything he's doing well, it's his scoring that you point to first. Already 22 points in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rumble, please. They're thinking about the shot. You almost had it. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, folks. The Philadelphia 76ers going head-to-head in what's been a neck-and-neck battle through 2 quarters.
I don't know what they have to do to get a rebound. They're fortunate to still be in this game.
Well, we know rebounding is partly a hustle stat. But I don't know if the energy is their problem. They're just getting pushed around, Shaq.
And moving on, let's take a peek at how the East is shaping up here in the midseason.
A look here now at the 76ers. They've been stuck in the middle tier. Not good enough to challenge for a chip, but not bad enough to get a high draft pick. They're really going to need their young guys to take a step forward in their development.
And that is a wrap. Now let's send you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 3rd quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. What a game we're seeing from Mikal Bridges.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. That'll be a 5-second call. As we approach the halfway mark, let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. You look at the Knicks, holding on to second spot in the conference. A great season for them so far. And, of course, Philadelphia. They're 5 spots away.
And I think for the Knicks, they're proving that all the talk we heard about them in the preseason was warranted. What a role this group's been on here early on.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
That's 2 really unproductive trips in a row ending in turnovers.
Here's Embiid. In close, Embiid gets it to fall.
Once he gets that low, there's nothing you can do about it. Embiid is a major handful inside.
Greg, we know something every scout liked about B.J. Edgecombe was his raw physical ability.
Yeah, many felt he was already NBA ready in terms of his physique. He's fast, he's strong. And he can just leap out of the gym. No waiting for him to fill out. This guy is ready to go.
OG Anunoby is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Towns in at the 5. That's the 5 for New York right now. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Clark, how about the spark Jalen Brunson has brought to these Knicks?
Yeah, I tell you, I didn't see it coming in terms of how good Jalen Brunson has been, Kevin. I mean, I knew he was great in college, and I knew he would be a good pro, but to be kind of a franchise player, that's more than I expected. Playoff runs in all 3 years for Brunson in New York. Boy, he's given the franchise a jolt for sure, and he's a joy to watch.
That one is off.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. He hits the second from the line.
You can tell that miss at the line might stick with him for a while. Always hurts to miss a chance to take the lead.
The open shot, Maxey. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
And top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. That just tells you this is a group that values taking care of the ball.
And to go back to their shot blocking, it's not just their size, but their intensity. They play interior defense like they've got something to prove. From past the arc, And Mikal Bridges pulls it down.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And they call the 8-second violation too much. Time getting it up court.
Yeah, he tried to go with it before he caught it. Took his eyes off of it. You can't have that at this point in the game.
The 76ers leading. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Josh Hart is great at moving off ball, and he said, in today's league, cutting and making a layup is considered boring. Everyone wants ISO. Some of the fundamentals and beauty of the game are lost. For me, it's a feel. If you see the back of your defender's head, try to make a cut. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. Pass to Edgecombe. Hands it from downtown. Edgecombe's got the lead up to 3 now for the 76ers.
Selfless pass there from Maxey. Really able to handle the guard position quite well.
And finished off by Oubre.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And this has got to be, Clark, one of the best offenses in Knicks franchise. History.
Yeah, you look at the two-man game between Brunson and Town, Kevin, and it's virtually unstoppable. And they've got the defenders to hold up at the other end as well. This is a rock-solid
count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Town. Pass to Edgecombe. Philadelphia moving the ball around. The putback. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. For New York, they've gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Bridges shot good.
Boy, it's something to watch when Bridges finds his flow. His shots just keep coming for him.